All right, Jackson, any shout outs over there?
Shout out to Love Shack Fancy.
Love Sack.
I know.
I didn't want to laugh until it was a
Bro,
mistake.
that's the worst shout. It's the worst shout out ever, dude.
Shout out to my Love Sack.
I hope they don't like hear this. Like, Love Sack, baby.
I mean, it's pretty much probably how they decided what to call their company.
You can find us at bwsspodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
Check, check. There we go.
I got no snare in my headphones. There we go.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Lucas.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Did you shave? Oh my God, look at Lucas. Looking all professional and shit.
Oh, the job.
Yeah.
Did you have to, or they made you?
Sure,
No,
sure.
I actually had a mustache for like 4 days.
Wow.
So
Good
I just shaved
Lord.
it off last night.
Just want to spank that face, bro. What?
Chop your left shoulder. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Baby face.
Bro, you're late for like altar boy school.
You're like a 90s and 2000 song producer.
You're like a prepubescent Kurt Cobain.
right? True story. True story, folks. All right. Well, this is because we said so. You got Seth in mic 1. You got Laz in mic 2.
Yo.
You got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey.
Or Babyface Cobain. And you got Jackson. He's back in mic 4.
What
We're
up?
going to chat real quickly.
His hair looks nice today, too.
His hair?
Yeah, I'm unveiling my man butt.
Okay. Nice. Very, very nice.
Thank you. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't notice, but sure, it looks great.
I noticed earlier, but then we started talking about something else.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you brought it up now.
We'll circle back. I'm going to give a shout out to myself on this one. This is
Okay.
a COVID goal victory. Right
That
here.
works. That works. All right. So you can get us at our website, bwsspodcast.com. We hail from Miami. Contact at BWSS Podcast if you want to send us an email. We record everything at Arcane Studios. All the music is by then silenced. And if you like the show, tell your friends. So topics of today, death on set. We all know, I mean, most of us know what happened with Alec Baldwin, and he killed a director of photography for a movie that they were making. And Jackson looks like he's over there taking a nice little selfie.
Selfie now.
Gotta love that. So Trump's new social media app got a little information on it. You know, we gotta love it. You know, he's making it happen, folks. So WTF News, we got weather, we got Lazarus Corner positivity. We got all kinds of stuff we're going to be covering today. So with that, any thoughts, Jackson? Actually, let's, now that you know you've already had the event, you can talk about it, right? So it was the Billboard Latin Billboard Music Awards, was it? Hip-hop.
That's correct, yeah.
Latin. Okay,
Yep.
Nice, bro. So please tell us what's up. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was a really, really nice experience for us. Something where we run with a really small team. It's just the two of us. And
We can make it if we try.
you and I. But for real, so it was a very big event. Billboard Latin Music Awards happened to be in Miami. People in from all over Central and South America, and of course Miami,
Sure.
LA, United States. But massive. I mean, it was like we're a flower team, so we do weddings and arrangements and individual stuff.
I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing at Lucas's fucking face, bro. Jesus Christ, especially when he's trying to hold back a yawn.
I heard
Dude,
you
it's
like
hilarious.
ready to laugh at any moment. I'm like,
It's
what are you
his
laughing
face,
at?
man? Good Lord. Oh my goodness.
Now do you know why I don't
You know, he
shave?
looks like the devil in that, what was that movie with was it Legend with Tom Cruise? You have the devil, you know, with
Legion?
the yeah, Legion. That's the one. Anyway, so please continue. Sorry. I'm just going to go to your camera so I don't have to look at Lucas's face while you're talking so I don't start laughing.
Yeah, so really, really great. Man, it was just a fucking honor, and it was like exhilarating to be part of like the world's narrative, but like defy what people are saying
Sure.
in your first time in the arena, in the biggest scale in terms of exposure. My wife is from Brazil. She came here at 26, Latin America. Like, come on, this is a fucking amazing opportunity. And it was like also beyond flowers. 50% of their budget was palm trees between 6 and 14 feet tall.
Sure.
So I basically, half of our team was former waiter friends of mine from Prime 112, a bunch of big dudes like myself who could kind of, haul trees, but be hospitable at the same time.
Hey, bro, you looking for some extra money? Sure.
Yeah.
What do we do? Yeah, I just need you to haul a couple trees for me, like on your
I
back.
withheld that. I was
Sure,
like,
yeah.
hey guys, do your hair look nice.
Just a
We'll
couple
be on
boxes.
set.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, I made a good connection with a guy down in, he's a honey farmer.
Okay.
And he sells all the honey to Bacardi. And he's a very
wow.
well connected local farmer.
Cool.
But he hooked me up with a bunch of palm tree dollies that are basically, they're just about 5 times the size of the normal hand truck that
Sure.
anybody's ever seen.
Okay.
So it made it a little bit more manageable. But if you're doing a 14-foot tree, definitely need 2 people. And then again, it's like being a bull in a china shop. If you turn, your 14-foot tree
will
not fall. It'll just demolish everything behind it,
Okay.
And so it's just
Yeah.
a comedy of errors.
Sure.
A little Shakespearean reference.
Yeah, maybe that
funny.
could be one of your slogans, beyond flowers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And then, of course, after sweating, I gave everybody like 4 T-shirts to wear so we could always stay fresh. But after hauling the trees, then we all dispersed and paired off with a florist, and then did some really cool installations for Samsung, Billboard, Patron, and Weight Watchers, oddly enough. And then, so it was like,
Okay.
That was a big deal.
totally
Seth,
big deal.
whatever,
Big time big
bitch.
deal.
Totally big deal. And then, of course, we got to do something fun with, which I know I participated in being late, but we got contacted by Buchanan's Whiskey. It was Latin Music Week down in Miami, so Buchanan's came down and they hosted an event called La Reunion, and we were able to build a coffee window because they wanted something uniquely Miami.
Sure.
When they were in New York, they had a bodega. When they were in LA, Boyle Heights, they had some Mexican, I think, street taco kind of
Sure.
photo moment. So we had a coffee window, and then we called Ronnie from Tostada Cafe,
Yeah,
and
to
a
hook it
friend
up.
and he hooked us up with 20 empanadas, and we
We were
did our
supposed to
best.
go, but he was late to meet us because he had to deliver the empanadas, and because he was late to meet us, by the time we were done, we couldn't go meet you. So
And it was raining.
And it was raining. I still would have gone, but he didn't.
raining.
He
You
showed up
could've
like
went.
over an hour late. So, but it's all good, man. Well, I'm glad it all worked out. I'm glad
Thank you for
you
asking.
got
That
the
was
big
really
show.
awesome. Really awesome. Appreciate
So,
it.
I think anything coming up on the horizon that we should.
I thought the billboard. I'm like, we didn't go. I was about to check Seth. How come we didn't go to the billboard thing?
Ooh,
what-
that's a good question.
We would have been like, if we were late, it
I'm gonna
wouldn't
need
matter.
a +2.
like,
Guys, just put this shirt on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll move a tree.
Well, actually, I had a funny thing. I knew somebody that was on the production side, and so I snuck all the way to like the, what do they call that?
Backstage.
But backstage with like all the tech and all like the
Okay,
producers.
sure,
and
sure,
stuff.
sure.
And so I snuck
Control.
all the way back there. Yeah, the control room for sure. And I was like, I texted him before, and I was like, hey man, what's your schedule like? Can I pop in? And he was like, yeah, that's cool. And basically I had some of our staff T-shirts in a bag from a local food place that was doing local delivery.
Sure.
And so I just wanted to give him these shirts before he left. And so anyway, I like talked my way through, and I was like, hey, I have a delivery for a blah, 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 blah. And I got
Nice.
past 3 people, and he looked at me and he's like, hey, that's awesome, man. And like I gave him, so it was like, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a lot of great experiences, met cool people, and really, really fantastic. But
awesome.
thanks for asking.
Yeah, no sweat, man. Actually, a pretty cool story. It just reminds me of something similar. So I was Savion Glover, the tap dancer. So my first ever tour, because I managed tours for a while, my first ever tour was his. And I mean, we were in North Carolina, we were in Oregon. Anyway, long story short, like we were supposed to do something in California. All of a sudden, they're like, hey, we're going to be on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. I'm like, whoa, like for real? So I have friends who live in LA. We were in San Francisco at the time. So I went down there and I had some friends that wanted to get in. And we had this truck, right? Like this big freaking, like, with like, because his hardwood tap floor, he would travel with it. So we had the truck holding that. So I snuck two friends in the back of that truck. I was like, just hold on. I'm going to drive as, slow as I can and this and that, but ended up getting him through in that truck, got him in. Just so happened that Sharon Osbourne is on, and my friend Dave, who we went to the show with, just somehow knows her. Like, he's not one of those guys that knows a lot of celebrities, but he somehow knows her. So she saw him and we saw her, and like me and him and Sharon Osbourne hanging out. I got to go on the set and realize you always wonder like, what's that city behind them?
Yeah.
And it was a big tarp, which was interesting. But yeah, apparently, it was cool. But a lot of times, sometimes a tarp, sometimes a real model. Like the Tonight Show now, they use like a real model. But anyway, yeah. So it's just a cool little story there. Yeah, man. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the death on set.
Can I hop in real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that this isn't on topic, but it's sort of on topic. We're telling stories about sneaking in places. I just wanted to drop a legendary story on you guys real quick.
Sure.
And edit me out if you need to. But so it's Super Bowl XLI down here in Miami, and it's the Colts and the Bears.
That's 41 people.
Yep. And so at the time I was working in the sport world, and I was young and I was like hustling. And so I took a job for Sprint Hospitality Services, and I was driving Escalades, and I was driving VIPs to different locations for whatever. Fire. When you're actually in the Super Bowl, because we drove them there, and then basically we're supposed to wait in a tent with like this continental, buffet for you. And so it's raining like crazy, and I have a friend and his father that are sitting in the stands, and we have a poncho. I'm in a suit. I have a credential. And so anyway, the Mr. Advantageous himself flips the credential, hops on his thing, walks right past like 3 security lines, and asks this dude where he's at. I meet up with him and his dad, and then this becomes the legendary. I mean, I stayed for the second quarter, halftime, and the third quarter, and then I went back, and because it was raining like crazy, and freshened myself up, and then waited for like my people to drive home. But I got to see the the Prince performance in the rain.
Dude.
That's bro,
it's my favorite all time, dude.
All time. And the whole time I'm sitting there's so many scrubs in the hallway, right? That's how I was able to get a seat, because there's people that are like, it's raining. And I'm like, okay,
yeah.
And so anyway, I'm like, I won't blame him if he doesn't come out. It's like raining like crazy. Yeah.
And he slayed it. Slayed it, bro.
Slayed it. So
it was amazing.
You got to perform, bro. It doesn't matter. That's why you're here.
And
pretty freaking much.
And come on, Purple Rain in the rain. In Miami, like,
and how serendipitous is that? Like, seriously.
He made it rain.
Yeah, man. Yeah, right? For real.
Amazing story. Shout out to Jason Rice.
Fair
Great
enough.
Story. The homie that I met with.
Great
His
story.
dad, rest in peace.
Real quick, I have a correction from last week. I said that Tesserone stores the wine, for blending. It was 40 and slip. It actually stores the eau de vie after they already distill the wine. But anyway, we're gonna jump into the death on set, which is a bit of a tragedy. We've all heard of it, right? You too, Jackson. You've heard of it by now.
Yes.
All right, and we didn't bring it up to you or anything. So Simon Romero and Julia Jacobs, New York Times. Alec Baldwin was rehearsing pointing gun at camera, affidavit says. The director of Rust told investigators that he had been standing beside the film's cinematographer as actor Alec Baldwin sat in a wooden church pew, rehearsing the scene in which he draws a gun and points it at the camera lens. According to an affidavit released Sunday night, the director Joel Souza said he then heard what sounded like a whip and then a loud pop. Mr. Souza saw the cinematographer Helena Hutchins grabbing her midsection and starting to stumble backward before she noticed he was bleeding from his shoulder. He and Mrs. Hutchins had been shot by the lead actor in the film. The details, woven together by Detective Joel Kano, provide a chilling account of how the shooting materialized on a production that had been beset by accidental gun discharges and labor disputes. Mr. Souza told the detective about protocols for firearm safety on the set. He said the guns are typically checked by the film's armor, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, and checked again by David Halls, the assistant director, who would then hand the gun to the actor. So, and they said no one was checked for any type of ammo, because they're like, did you check to see if anyone had any ammo before or after the incident, anything like that? Trying to see if maybe somebody put a bullet in the gun, like on purpose or some shit like that.
I feel like she probably didn't check at all.
You gotta wonder.
Yeah, and then they were saying that she said she doesn't even really know much about it. I don't know if that's a rumor or not.
Well, I actually have a little bit of that in something similar, something to what you're leading into. But you'll see me because it gets a little bit further down. But the assistant director is the one who handed him the gun, and there's apparently a couple guns on a tray. He just handed him one of the guns. So maybe he handed him the wrong gun. According to experts, he shouldn't be handling them at all. It should be the armor. That's it. It's really, not his job to be a part of that at all. So Joel L. stated that there should never be live rounds whatsoever near or around the scene. Detective Kano wrote in the affidavit, they had been working on the same scene before lunch, and after lunch, Mr. Souza said he was unsure whether the revolver had been rechecked. So it's like, come on, man. I feel like it should just get rechecked. Everyone, it just should be a part of it.
Are those borrowed guns?
Usually they're not. Maybe from a prop company, but a lot of times use real guns with blanks. So you do have prop guns that, generally that's what, if you want to use CGI, which a lot of the industry is saying, we shouldn't be using guns at all anymore. With the way computers are, you should be able to do that.
I was watching something yesterday, and they were saying they use fake everything for movies. I don't know who was saying it. Trevor Noah on his show, he was like, they use fake tigers, fake houses, fake diversity, fake a whole bunch of shit. Why are they still using guns?
It's true,
real guns.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true.
Fucking crazy.
I agree. So Mr. Souza was grappling with delays of the shooting after 6 members of the camera crew had quit over late pay. Souza, the director, according to the affidavit, Mr. Halls, this is the assistant director, grabbed the revolver from a gray two-tiered tray. Hall handed the gun to Mr. Baldwin and shouted, "Cold gun," which on a set refers to an unloaded firearm. Mr. Russell told the detective that Mr. Baldwin was explaining how he was going to draw the gun, pulling out of the holster when the firearm discharged. So he was just kind of going through the motion, like, this is what I'm going to be doing. This is how I'm going to act it out. And when he was pulling out the gun just to kind of go through it, he wasn't aiming it. It doesn't look like. Maybe he was, but it went off when it wasn't supposed to, because it wasn't supposed to be loaded. So, yeah, man.
So it wasn't supposed to load it at all.
No. The cold gun.
Blanks. Not even with blanks. Period. Nothing.
The cold gun.
Yeah.
That's it.
The first rule of gun ownership or gun handling is always assume it's loaded.
Yeah.
That is the first rule.
That's when I took Layla thing. I'm like, don't ever point the gun at anything you don't want to kill.
Of course, but when you're in a movie set, that's your fucking job. I hear what you're saying.
But the actor, actress,
even blanks will kill you.
So here's the thing. I read an article that said they were shooting earlier. And so and I was thinking about that on the way over here. And if they were shooting probably to hey, what do they call that? A method actor, when you really get into the role?
Method acting, yes.
Yeah. So it's I wouldn't be surprised that they were, doing shooting on the side so they can get the feel of the gun and the look and whatever.
Maybe.
Of course.
But apparently they were shooting earlier. And that is the part that okay, if actors are professional learners, they're professional students. So, they learn to be boxers and all kinds of other shit. So I'm sure they were shooting. And so if they were shooting, were they getting Lucas's thing about check every time? And so that's the part that's super fucked up, is that they were shooting about 4 hours earlier, and then somebody handed him the gun that wasn't supposed to hand it to him.
I thought you meant shooting, shooting the film.
No, they're filming.
Oh, right. No.
But they were shooting the gun to practice. So there was ammunition in.
Right.
To Lucas's point, a blank will still kill you, but if if your job is to point the gun at a camera, point the gun at a situation, they just...
Oh, they were shooting live rounds 3 hours earlier.
Yeah, I get it.
That's crazy.
I get it. He said Mr. Russell said that Mr. Baldwin had been very, very careful with the firearm. He tried to ensure safety on set, making sure that children or a child wasn't near him when he was discharging. Apparently, there's a child like on set. It's like, make sure this kid isn't anywhere near me. So Melissa Roberto from Fox News, once again, sometimes you got to use Fox News. The armor on set of the movie Rust once expressed doubt in their capabilities working on Hollywood movie sets. This is what you were alluding to, I'm pretty sure, Laz. So, nice label positioning there. Look at you, bro. Very, very nice. We like it. So Hannah Gutierrez was named in her records filed Friday in Santa Fe, New Mexico, related to the fatal shooting. According to the records, the gun that took Hutchinson's life and injured director Joel Souza was one of 3 that Gutierrez had on set on a cart outside the building where the scene from the movie was being acted. The armor appeared on the Voices of the West podcast, and last month, where she admitted she was initially reluctant about her abilities. He just finished working up on The Old Way with Nicolas Cage, his very first Western. It was also my first time being a head armor as well. You know, I was really nervous about it, and at first I almost didn't take the job because I wasn't sure if I was ready, but doing it, it went smoothly. I don't think this is relevant information, but it's definitely interesting. You know,
That was like double Nicolas Cage name drop.
Oh, dude. Nicolas Cage, man.
Cage,
what
his
happened?
first Western.
Oh, what happened, bro? He was my dude. The
man.
Rock, bro. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Fucking sweet hair.
Yeah, right?
Where is he?
National treasure.
He's doing movies like whatever
He's
this
in
crap
debt.
was.
He's
The
like
Old
walking up
Way.
to girls at bars like,
Even National Treasure was great.
Dude, apparently
What?
they're
Both of them.
supposedly working on a third.
All right. I'd watch it.
That
The
was
first
years
2 are
ago.
great.
I'm gonna watch his movies anyways.
Yeah. I mean, well, not the ones that you never see because they went straight to video. Like,
obviously the
The
ones
Sorcerer's
that
Apprentice.
yeah. So here we go. Julia Jones, CNN, the assistant director for the film. So this is the Halls guy, like basic Dave Halls, the guy that handed him the gun, was the subject of complaints over safety and his behavior on set during 2 productions in 2019. The complaints, and once again, this is Julia Jones from CNN. The complaints against assistant director Dave Halls included disregard for safety protocols for weapons and pyrotechnics use, blocked fire lanes and exits, and instances of inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. Halls was identified in court documents as the assistant director who handed Alec Baldwin the prop firearm. Prop my ass because it was loaded. Maggie Goll, Goll, is a prop maker and licensed pyrotechnician, said in a statement to CNN that while working on Hulu's Into the Dark anthology series in February and May of 2019, Halls neglected to hold safety meetings and consistently failed to announce presence of a firearm on the set to the crew, as is protocol. The only reason the crew was made aware of a weapon's presence was because the assistant prop master general. Sorry, I just so want to.
there's so many new jobs I found out.
Yeah,
in this
assistant
past
prop
week.
master demanded Dave acknowledge and announce the situation each day. So yeah, like, you know, the goal statement also described an instance where a licensed pyrotechnician had medical emergency on set, and Halls asked her to continue with the shoot. Medical emergency, like, can you just finish this shoot real fast, and then we can take you to the hospital? Obviously, Halls didn't.
Anything negative he's done in the past.
He's
2
done,
decades,
bro.
He's fucking done.
He's done. So CBS News, rules broken if Russ assistant director handled gun, Armour says. Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office deputies recovered loose ammunition in a box and in a fanny pack. Okay, where's that ammunition? Oh, I put the ammunition in my fanny pack. So,
That's just backup.
yeah, I guess, sure. It's unknown what type of ammunition was recovered. Could it be blanks? Could be, live. Some in the entertainment industry are calling for a halt on Real Weapons. ABC's cop drama The Rookie announced it will stop filming with live gunfire immediately.
We need the guns in the movies, though, bro. They can't
What's that?
We can't take
No,
the
they
guns
use
out
the
of
guns, but you can make we saw the movie that I was in, Kids Go to the Woods, Kids Get Dead, and those gunshots, it was animation.
Okay.
You could just go online and gunshot animations, and there will be probably 50 you can choose from, all the different types, different angles, and all you got to do is drag it into where you need it, and boom, you're good.
Okay.
So that's what they're talking about. Obviously, these productions, they use something a lot more sophisticated, but it's really that easy. So they're just like, listen, you're going to have the guns. You probably have real guns. There's just not going to be any ammunition. Like, you know, when you hear that, you know, on the for a shotgun, that chick isn't coming from the shotgun. They're adding that, you know, in post to give you that really nice loud sound. So just little things like that. And so that's it, man. CBS News has learned that Halls was fired from a movie in 2019 after a gun unexpectedly went off, according to the reports that the gun had been declared cold, meaning unable to fire. So, dude, this guy Halls is done, dude. You know,
he's out here fucking around, basically.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to be held responsible for it. I don't know if it has to be him or...
He handed the gun, and it's not his job to hand the gun.
And he called cold gun.
Yeah, and he called cold gun. You shouldn't be calling. That's why you shouldn't be handling it, because
You don't know.
you don't fucking know.
Yeah, like
It's not like he
you
opened
should
it.
never
opened up
say
the
that
gun.
anywhere on earth, not work, not home. You should, if you're going to say that, damn motherfucker, you better check.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. And there were two of them on the tray. He might have just grabbed the wrong one. Not his fucking job.
Still should have checked
So
it.
it is pretty, do you guys,
True.
what did he say?
He said, "Go ahead, Lucas."
Still should have checked it.
Yep.
I don't care
That's
if
what
you
I was
just
gonna
checked it
say.
5 minutes before or check it again.
Like, actors and actresses, do you think that they should have some type of... I mean, obviously, this is not his fault, but you should have some type of responsibility to just check it yourself as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, maybe. I
You
mean,
ever see the,
honestly, you shouldn't have to, but sure, why not?
I mean, so what are you talking about? At work?
Like Alec
legally,
Baldwin should have
or-
just said, like, let me check this myself.
Yeah.
No, like, listen, every time you second guess a decision, it can haunt you. So
Sure.
this man has a moral, non-moral issue, right? If he killed somebody, I would feel bad for that. You know, it's weird. He fucking killed somebody, but does he own the moral, like, burden?
No.
What the fuck? It's like really weird, right?
It is
I mean,
weird.
that's a
I'm sure
really
he
interesting
feels
thing
the
to
moral
talk
I'm
burden.
about.
sure after this time, he's going to be like, yo, let's check that shit again.
He's
bro.
like, no live guns on my fucking set, is what he's going to say.
He's going to write children.
But you know he
books. He's
feels
done.
the moral burden, whether
For
it's his
sure.
or not.
For sure.
You know, could you imagine?
Fucking heartbroken.
Nah,
Dude.
he's definitely going to be like fucked up.
That movie's
He's
probably
gonna be
not going to
fucked
get finished. That movie's not going to get finished.
I would imagine.
I'm
that
pretty
it
sure
was-
it might get
they
finished.
shouldn't.
We'll
Well,
see.
you know what they
Everyone would want to see it now, right?
Everyone's going to see it.
remember Crow?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
going to talk about that. Actually, let me do that real fast. CBS News actually just did that one. LA CBS, sorry. Other accidental film deaths over the years, filming deaths. 1984, actor John Eric Hexum died after shooting himself in the head with a prop gun blank while pretending to play Russian roulette with a 44 Magnum on the set of a television series Cover Up. 1993, actor Brandon Lee, son of the late martial arts star Bruce Lee, died at the age of 28 after being hit with a 44 caliber slug while filming a death scene in the movie The Crow. The gun was supposed to have fired a blank, but an autopsy turned up bullet lodged in his spine. 2014, assistant camera operator Sarah Jones was struck and killed by a train on the Georgia set of Midnight Rider, an unreleased film about rock star Greg Allman.
Wait, was it a prop train or
I don't know, like, but still, like a train. How do you get hit by a train on set?
I don't know.
Director Randall Miller pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter and served jail time. 2015, two pilots were killed and a third injured in a small plane crash on the set of Tom Cruise movie American Made in Colombia. 2017, stunt woman Joy S.J. Harris, Joy S.J. Harris, died on Vancouver set of Deadpool 2 while performing a stunt on a motorcycle. Harris hit a curb, was thrown off a bike, went through a plate glass window. Jeez. And then most recently, 2017, except for the one that just happened, of course, stuntman John Bernicker died after a 22-foot fall from a balcony on the Walking Dead set in Georgia. 2019, a jury awarded his family more than $8 million in damages in a wrongful death lawsuit.
Are you sure that's all the people that have died?
I mean, that's the ones that
Reported.
reported. Sure. I mean, I'm sure there's more. This is just what they had. I think these were probably the more notable ones. You know.
Okay.
So I'm sure there's plenty of deaths about movies that no one's ever going to see and no one really gets attention for.
The munchkin that hung himself in Alice or the Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, sure. Dork.
I mean, like, how about all like the
Brandon
music
Lee
videos
should have
with
been
guns
water,
and,
like
like
his dad
random shit
said.
as well?
What's that, Les?
There's a lot of music videos with random guns and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm
for
pretty sure those are real guns, not problems.
Do you think there's a gun ban coming up soon?
the gun bans from movie sets?
Yeah, like we're in the prop making union and we're in the filming union and we're in the sound union and we will not work on any sets with live rounds. That's it. You got to do everything in post.
That's the interesting part, Seth, is these unions are like already going on strike, right?
Yeah, already.
So, like, that's why this thing could get really fucking interesting.
That's why I'm wondering.
So they're already complaining about work conditions.
Jackson, do you think there will, let's say in the next 3 months, do you think there will be some sort of ban? Could be.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Lucas?
Yeah.
Okay. Laz?
I'll say no, but they're gonna fucking really beef up restrictions and safety measures.
It's fucking funny. Like, there's already too many guns on TV. How about
No, we don't care what Seth thinks. That's okay. Seth doesn't get a chance. No.
What do you think?
Dude.
I think yes. I think
Yes,
so.
man.
Yes. I think some sort of union, or maybe it's television, but shows have already started doing it.
After all this, as an actor or an actress, would you want a gun pointed at you?
No.
Like, no matter how much money you make,
if you want
whatever
the
fuck is
authentic
going
look.
on.
But
You're
here's
gonna
the
be
thing,
fucking
like,
scared.
if you see someone pointing a gun at someone from the side, chances are they're aiming a little bit to the right, a little bit, I would imagine.
Maybe. What about the scenes where the gun is like right here?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's
It's tough, but I just feel like in this day and age with computers and the readily available options, I mean, I could freaking shoot a gun. It would take me a while because I'm not an expert, but I could shoot a freaking gun scene and just, fake real guns without bullets. And it's just so easy to just drop it in there.
well, they have the money and technology to do it,
100%.
so, yeah.
100%.
And one more person in the union to be the gun
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if
who's
you're that
just- is the
person,
last
you're going to start making
check.
some loot. So good for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I should just learn it like professional, like gun flash inserter, work from high side hustle.
They used the word like master. That guy was the
Prop
article you were
master
reading,
and
prop master,
master
yeah.
armor. Yeah.
Master.
All right. Any last minute thoughts before we move on? No? Go ahead, Lucas. Go ahead.
No, I thought you doing the whole gun thing and learning how to do it. All I could think of you is in a scene with a gun going pew 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 pew,
Whatever.
and they have to edit you out.
By the way, you have Orion, the constellation Orion, behind
that's
you.
Why I took the picture. This is about 3 nights ago.
That's pretty cool, man. Not a lot of people would notice. Here, go ahead, Laz. I'll show you. See that there's the belt, and it's all right.
My hand's not going to show up.
We're dorks. All right. So with that, any shout outs over there, Laz?
No, not this week.
No? Okay. Wow. I was pulling a Lucas. Any shout outs, Lucas?
Yeah, actually, shout out to Mom for finally getting back to work this week.
Okay. Very nice. We'll
After
take it.
Did you just call out? Did you say moms or
Yeah.
your mom?
My
You
mom.
just talk
Yeah,
shit
my
to
mom.
every mother.
His mom. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
she took 18 months off to take care of her grandson while he's in school or out of school. So
Sure.
she went back to work this week.
Awesome.
That's what's
So what's she doing?
Telecommunication repair.
Back to that again? All right, cool. Awesome.
Yep. She's been doing that for close to like 40 years.
Yeah, no doubt. I remember. No doubt. All right, Jackson, any shout outs over there?
Shout out to Love Shack Fancy.
Love sack.
I know.
I didn't want to laugh until it was a
Bro, that's
mistake.
the worst shout. It's the
Shout out
worst
to-
shout out ever, dude.
Shout out to my love sack.
I hope they don't like hear this. Like, love sack, baby.
I mean, it's pretty much probably how they decided what to call their company. But no, we did a
Wow.
grand opening of Love Shack Fancy in Coconut Grove this past week. And really interesting experience working for them. It's kind of like a master class, being able to watch like a woman-owned business doing promo and a grand opening. So shout out to Love Shack Fancy
Love Shack,
in Coconut
okay.
Grove.
I mean, with a name like Love Sack, you expect it to be a guy. But this. All right. Well, I want to shout out LA Fitness right over here across the street, sort of across the street. Like, I was just like, I live right here. I don't have to go over the bridge that costs me money. And dude, it's freaking great. It's got like 3.5 stars. All the complaints. They don't wear masks. People don't wear masks. They don't put the weights away. People don't wipe down the equipment. Go fuck yourself. Like, this is a gym. Like, get over it. If you don't like it, go exercise elsewhere.
Did you change gyms or?
No, I didn't have a gym at the old place.
Okay.
I just did exercise. Like, I would go runs and obviously use my bike. But I was like, the gym's right there. And, bro, it's
Your
like,
bike?
well, it's a stationary bike. I guess that's fair. stationary bike, like the Peloton, whatever. But it's freaking badass. But anyway, so dude, it's got a freaking pool, a sauna, a jacuzzi. So I go there and like bust my ass, doing weights and doing cardio for an hour and a half. And I just sit in the hot jacuzzi and sit in the sauna for like 30 minutes, do some laps. It's freaking great. And it's $30 freaking dollars a month, bro.
Unemployment. Yeah.
No,
$30 a month, right? True. Yeah, Jackson
fucking
just
3
found-
hours. Jesus, you got all these fucking relaxing.
Jackson
chilling all day.
just found out a couple days ago that I left my job because he posted something on LinkedIn. He's like, "Hey, Joel, what's up? Tell Ramazan and Global Text and everything." I said hi and blah blah blah. I'm like, I called him. I was like, actually, yeah, I'm not there anymore, bro.
Shit. He said a name.
Wonk wonk. That's all right.
You riled me up.
I can edit it out. It's not a problem. That's for sure. So, all right. Well, please tell your friends if you like the show, share it. Tell your the person who mows your lawn. Maybe it's a kid who's a young kid. Maybe it's an older gentleman. Maybe it's like a company. You got a big lawn and it's a landscaping company. And it's like, hey guys, listen, I know you're really thirsty and you want some delicious iced tea. But before you get that iced tea, can you just listen to this podcast real fast? I think you'd enjoy it. I think it's great. In fact, here's a pair of headphones. You take my phone. You can listen to it while you're walking around and mowing the lawn. So there you have it, folks. Wow.
You should just own lawnmowers. That sounds perfect.
So when I was a kid, me and my friend Steve had a lawn mowing service. We called ourselves the Lawn Rangers. So that's it. All right, we're going to take our first break. We're going to come back with quick news and Lucas' WTF News. Boom. Boom. Yeah, love sack.
This is me on Cloud 9. And I ain't coming down, no. Check your watch, 'cause it's my time. Tick-tock, here I go. I got my hands in the sky towards the ceiling. And let me tell you, yo, I swear it's such a feeling. Oh. So for tonight, let's stare at the ocean, gaze at the stars above you. Count all your blessings, 'cause dreams really do come true. Tonight, let's stare at the ocean, gaze at the stars above you. Count all your blessings, 'cause dreams really do come true.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, so we're back and we're going to jump right in.
It's time for quick news.
Dana Farrington, NPR. What we know so far about Trump's planned social media platform, Truth Social, is expected to have a beta launch in November with a wider rollout in 2022, according to the release. Interested users
I saw this.
Interested users can sign up for the platform on truthsocial.com. The release lists Trump as a chairman of Trump Media Technology Corp, or TMTG, which would be formed by joining Digital World Acquisition Corp, pending regulatory and stockholder approval. DWAC is a special purpose acquisition company, also known as an SPAC. So basically what SPACs are is, let's say I have $2 billion and I really, really, really want to be on the stock market, but I don't have a company. I don't have any technology, but I still want to do it. So what you can do is you go in as an SPAC, special purpose acquisition company. You get listed on the stock market. In this case, it's DWAC, Digital World Acquisition Corp, and that's what they do. After they're listed as a company on the market, you can acquire companies, and that's how you build your portfolio. A lot of companies have done it. A lot of companies have been very successful with it. So in other words, this company, Digital World Acquisition Corp, is going to be basically purchasing a stake in Trump Media Technology Group, and that's how they're getting listed on the stock market. Stock prices for DWAC skyrocketed Thursday after the announcement. According to CNBC, the Miami-based company was founded in December 2020. So what I'm going to do is, just for the hell of it, let's go ahead and look it up just so we can see how DWAC, and we can see how the stock has been doing. So if we look at Digital World Acquisition Corp, you can see So this is the 26th when we're recording this. So on October 21st, I mean, it was about $10 a share after this got launched. By the end of by 10 a.m. on the 22nd. So literally the morning, it gets launched at the end of the day on the 21st. In the morning, it shoots up from $10 to $131.90.
Wow.
So yeah, right now it's sitting at about 59. So people got their money, they cashed out, which you should. When you have a meteoric rise like that, you have to expect there to be a bit of a sell-off. So they got out. Hopefully a lot of people got back in. But yeah, once they announced it, hey, we're going to be, teaming up with Trump, it went freaking crazy. So Truth Social claims it will be a place that encourages an open, free, and honest global conversation without discriminating against political ideology. The funny thing is, and yet its terms of service forbids users from using the platform to disparage, tarnish, or otherwise harm, in our opinion, and us or the site. So it's like, yeah, unless you're talking about us, you can say whatever you want.
Yep. That's not it. Are you joining
Otherwise, it's not the truth, right?
I'm not joining. I mean, maybe just to report
have to know
on
what
it.
the hell's going on over there?
I might join just to report on it. That's probably not a bad idea.
Join,
if you're investing.
Oh, if you're investing, you have no choice.
I mean, you have to.
You don't really have to.
If you're investing in something that you feel as if you can't participate in, then you're investing for the wrong reasons. If you're not
are you crazy?
Yeah,
that doesn't make
absolutely.
any sense.
I'm just
You can
saying.
invest in something
like
that you know is going to work, even if you don't like it.
But there's plenty of stuff that you can get
Imagine drafting a guy
behind.
from the New York Giants as an Eagles fan.
Seth wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't. I had a Cowboy player, and I got Des Bryant once. It was no choice. It was the only logical option because I need a receiver, and I think there weren't
rooting for
so
him,
Des Bryant, and of course he gets fucking hurt. He's out half the fucking season. He was worthless, and that's what I fucking get.
Yeah, but you're not gonna do that. You're gonna invest in something that's gonna be good for you, regardless if you agree with whatever it is or not.
Absolutely. But I would get if I was investing. I might get in anyway. That's for sure.
I invested on the January 6th insurrection, and so there's a company called.
Can you pull the mic in a little bit?
There's a company called Vislink that does body cams, and they do all kinds of really incredible filming.
Sure.
They actually do UFC, NFL, stuff from out of state.
Sure.
BISL. Anyway, I made a boatload of money off of January 6th. I can't lie.
That makes sense.
Mike Pence, I had read in the newspaper, was going to have to count as part of the
transition.
custom.
That's a part of it. Yeah, he counts and certifies
the electoral colleges, right? And there was already a bunch of George Floyd shit. There was racial tension, and this was body cam. I was like, fuck it.
Sure.
And so anyway, that's when I became a disgusting human being, is when I made money off of something that I was
You're
fucking
not,
morally.
The money's for you and your family.
No, that's like you drafting Des Bryant. It worked out for me.
Yeah, sure. All right. Niall Christian, Washington Examiner, Trump's social network given 30 days to stop breaking software license. So former President Donald Trump's new social media platform, Truth, has given 30 days to comply with the software's terms of license before its access is terminated. If it fails to comply, the platform may face legal action or have to rebuild from scratch. The Software Freedom Conservancy, a nonprofit organization that provides support and legal services for open source software, said Friday that while anyone can use Mastodon's code for free-to-build online platforms, they must comply with its licenses and requires offering the user's own source code, which Truth Social has not done, which is called copyleft. You have copyright. Copyright means basically, I own it, you can't use it, you need my permission, boom. Copyleft is different. So it's essentially a free-to-use platform. It's meant to be free. It's meant to be used for free. It's meant to be modified for free. So if you have something under the copyright license, Trump can use it and can modify it, to his liking, but he can't call it proprietary, and he has to have the code open, and the code needs to be widely available for other people to use and other people to duplicate or alter or whatever they want to do for their own purposes. So, and Trump's platform Truth is calling it proprietary technology, and they're like, listen, you can't do that. So you need to open it or you need to use a different software. Boom. All right. Good story.
I didn't want to talk about Trump. So, did you guys hear that the protest organizers say that they participated in dozens of meetings and plannings with the Congress members and White House staff before the insurrection?
I did not.
So Rolling Stone said that they had like multiple meetings with these people before it happened, and they knew it was going to happen, and even gave like warnings. So like some people could have stopped the violence part from happening, and they didn't do it.
Wow.
That was always sort of something they spoke about because they were very strategic in their movements.
Yeah,
right?
it was
they,
like it was
around those
very
hallways.
weird. Like, how did they know?
Apparently, those hallways are very difficult, and they're old school, architecture.
Sure.
So,
yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, dude. At the end of the day, whether it was manufactured, whether it happened naturally, the people that are
something
involved,
like that cannot be happen natural.
Yeah, I hear you. Trump said earlier in the week, "We live in a world where the Taliban has a huge presence on Twitter. If your favorite American president has been silenced, this is unacceptable. I'm excited to send out my first truth on the Truth Social very soon." So TMTG, Trump Media Technology Corp, was founded with a mission to give a voice to all. So that's pretty much all I got on the social platform. The question is, one, will it actually, they release the software? And two, will they sue to, it's just, interesting. So there's a fund out there, and their whole freaking Software Freedom Conservancy, basically they act as lawyers, and they're a not-for-profit organization. You all right over there?
yes, sir.
All right. So anyway, yeah, these Software Freedom Conservancy people, they hire the lawyers and they help these software corporations. So we'll see what happens.
I'm worried about that though.
We'll see.
Because when, I don't know if you ever like stumble on a page or like look at something that you usually wouldn't like or don't follow. Their pages are completely different from whatever we think and our beliefs.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
So
the algorithm is designed to do that.
So what's going to happen now is if whoever listens or supports Trump is going to be on that platform, and we're not going to have any idea about what's going on over there.
I mean, there's going to be people that sign up just to see what's up.
I'm going to sign up.
Mostly the NSA, the FBI, the CIA,
yeah, right.
DOJ,
Research Lucas.
Yeah.
the USPS,
as members.
UPS.
All right, Laz, you're up, bro.
All right. Anyways, we talked about the Kyle Rittenhouse case. This is from Fox News. Remember the kid that had shot the protesters during one of the George Floyd protesting? Remember?
Yes.
A few months ago. So the prosecutors, according to the judge, he decided that they can't call wounded men victims during upcoming trial.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. It was Kyle Rittenhouse, right?
Yeah, Kyle
the
Rittenhouse.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not allowed to call these wounded people as witnesses in the trial.
Yeah, they can only call them...
Not witnesses, victims, I thought.
No, they can't call them victims.
Okay, call them victims.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to refer to them as protesters or rioters.
Wow.
Rioters. So a Carson judge has laid out the final ground rules on the evidence, on what evidence will be allowed when Kyle Rittenhouse goes on trial next week for shooting 3 people, 2 fatally during the protests last year. The ruling will prohibit both sides from using certain words to describe the wounded individuals, according to reports. Monday's hearing was likely the last before Rittenhouse heads to November 1st trial for the shootings. Remember, he was 17, he had a gun, he wasn't even supposed to be there.
Yeah, he came in from another state.
Yeah. He's charged with homicide and attempted murder. But I feel like once you're in court and they start calling these people rioters and protesters, the jury's not going to think about somebody being a victim.
I mean, they will, but if you can't use the term victim, that's pretty messed up.
And they're allowed to say looters.
Especially they're dead.
Arsonists.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah. So like now you're going to look at it like, oh, he's saving the world. But at this point, he's not even supposed to be able to carry a gun or even be traveling.
He does clean up nice, He
you saw the picture?
Fat little face, suit. It's like, this motherfucker was talking to a cops, catching water, talking to them, saying good luck, and then shooting
Thank
people.
you for being here.
Yeah.
So, I hear you, dude.
It's crazy.
So it's November, right? That's when the trial starts.
Yeah, November 1st.
We're gonna follow it. We'll definitely report on it. And at least provide some updates.
How many cigarettes
right.
have you smoked tonight?
So BBC NFL to end race-based testing in dementia claims. It follows revelations that the previous testing system was based on a formula that assumed black players have a lower level of cognitive function. Under race norming, the NFL compared a player's cognitive test scores with the supposed norm for his demographic group. Under the methodology, black players are assumed to possess a lower level of cognitive function than the average white player. This race norming made it harder for black players to prove they suffered from injuries linked to their careers. The draft agreement means thousands of retirees may qualify for the compensation. The 46-page document pledges that, quote unquote, no race norms or race demographic estimates, whether black or white, shall be used in the settlement program going forward. About 1,435 players, many of whom are black, will now be given the chance to have their test records or in some cases seek a new ground for cognitive testing.
So we were the same human as the other human, basically.
Dude, I hated it. I didn't even want to bring this up because of how fucked up it is, but how, and all so they could save a buck. So, yeah, man.
They probably decided that, when the racial things was going on with sports in the first place, the 70s. How long has football been around? 100 years, right?
Yeah, long time.
So, you're talking about 1950s, 1960s. And I think we talked about this one. In the 80s, I was born in the 80s, but my dad was telling me, and still in the 80s, black players weren't even allowed to stay in the hotels when they were on a basketball team, when they would go play some places down south or certain funny states.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they would sleep in the buses or their cars.
Wow.
Or in the 80s, bro.
Sure.
Damn.
It's not that long ago. What's that, Lucas?
So from Wikipedia,
Yep.
race norming, more formally called within group score conversion and score adjustment strategy, is the practice of adjusting test scores to account for the race or ethnicity of the test taker.
Sure.
In the United States, it was first implemented by the federal government in 1981.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's for standardized testing.
Yeah, I wonder for the
athletes.
NFL, when the NFL started using it, probably whenever they could get away with it. So
Whenever they probably started allowing us to play.
yeah, whatever.
No, I'm like,
it's possible. It's possible. All right, Laz, you're up while we wait for Lucas.
scientists temporarily attach pig's kidney to human body.
I saw that.
Watched organ begin to work.
Sure.
So this is from.
That's why they did it.
Yeah, they did it. They attached it to a.
So somebody signed up for that. It's like
no, they attached it. No. At first, when I was
I'll
like,
do
oh,
it for science.
When I saw we all remember in the beginning, it was like, don't just read the headlines, make sure you read the article.
Sure.
And I'm like, yo, I got to read this shit, for real. So scientists temporarily attach a pig's kidney to a human body and watch it begin to work. A small step in the decades-long quest to one day use animal organs for life-saving transplants. This is very long.
This
so
would be a temporary thing, I would assume.
They use
just to get by.
They use the dead. No, they could use it. They've been trying to use pig organs because they're very similar to ours, but they weren't able to use the kidneys from pigs because the kidneys of pigs produce some type of sugar that we can't use in our bodies, so it always rejects it.
Okay.
But they were able to genetically mutate that and take that out, so that way that kidney can work in a human body.
So that kidney wouldn't make that sugar anymore.
Yeah, it wouldn't make that sugar anymore.
That's pretty cool.
They started using pigs because people were getting, animal advocates were getting mad that people were using monkeys as trials for everything because, they're primates and they're like the closest thing to our body.
That's why we use them.
Yep. But now they're using the pig because we eat the pig for we use pork.
And pigs
bacon.
are pretty close to us.
Yeah,
genetically.
So we're using that now because the animal advocates can't really complain about that because we eat pigs. So
sure,
we're not eating monkeys and shit. So
all right.
So surgeons attach the pig kidney to a large blood vessel outside a body of a deceased recipient so they could observe it for 2 days. The kidney did what it was supposed to do, filter waste, produce urine, and didn't trigger a rejection.
Oh, so the person wasn't alive.
No, the person's not alive. They're using a dead person.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
okay.
There's no way.
Wow.
That would be crazy.
I was just yeah.
It actually had a completely normal function, no rejection for a while, and then that's it. They want to hopefully by a few years or a decade, they're going to be able to do animal to human transplants.
Sure.
Yeah, so it should be good.
All right.
I mean, they still kind of do that already because the other option for my mom's knee was a bovine. Was an animal.
They did a couple of times. They did one transplant. They gave a baboon heart to a 21 day old. Yep. But they only lived 21 days.
Yeah, it didn't last very long.
I mean, but you got to do what you got to do.
That was like 20. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, they had like a whole bunch of like random things that happened. So it's cool.
Just start throwing random body parts, hoping something works or something.
Yes.
How do you think fucking science works?
Trial and pretty much. All right, last one. Laura Kelly from The Hill. U.S. backs Taiwan's participation in the UN. United States Tuesday backed Taiwan's inclusion in the United Nations system, a move that is likely to rankle China, which considered the island under the authority of Beijing. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken called Taiwan's meaningful participation in the UN system a pragmatic issue and not a political one. The fact that Taiwan participated robustly in certain UN specialized agencies for the vast majority of the past 50 years is evidence of the value of the international community places in Taiwan's contributions, Blinken said in a statement. The secretary praised the island as a democratic success story and representing values that align with the UN. He added that Taiwan's inclusion from the World Health Assembly of the World Health Assembly robs the global community of its world-class response to global pandemic, raised the issues that Taiwan scientists, technical experts, business persons, artists, educators, students, and human rights advocates are blocked from participating as members of a civil society. So, I mean, we already said we were going to protect Taiwan. I can't freaking believe that Biden said that, but he did. And now it's like, you know what? And let them join the UN, which you can't really do if you're technically not a nation.
True. But
all right.
They are, though.
They are, but China says that they still belong to us.
Yeah, but isn't it like if a few people in the UN decide that you're a nation, you're good?
That's definitely a part of it, and that's getting him into the UN would help them. Yeah. So getting him in.
It's just still not something China would value.
No, they don't want it at all. They don't want Taiwan to be like have its own. Taiwan's a democratic nation, and they do well. They also, Lucas, can you look this up?
Research Lucas.
What percentage of the world's microchips come from Taiwan? Because they make a shit ton. And, you know, the company that the U.S. is aligned with, they got Huawei. Huawei had to stop using their microchips because they're using USA technology. You know, I'm pretty sure they're a Taiwanese company as well. So it's interesting, but at the same time, it's not something that China's going to be happy with after saying that we would protect them. So we'll see what happens. That's for sure.
We don't want any problems.
Taiwan holds a near monopoly on this security-related product, responsible for 63% of the global semiconductors.
Yeah,
reaching an output value of 3 trillion NTD in 2020, or 107.53 billion US dollars.
There you go. So I mean, they got that shit on lock.
It's sort of like world control.
Well, it is,
right
and that's why Taiwan doesn't want to be a part of China, and obviously America would love for Taiwan not to be a part of China. And you saw what happened in Hong Kong. As soon as China got in there, everyone severed ties with Hong Kong. There's an underwater cable that was supposed to go into Hong Kong that got canceled. You know, across the Pacific Ocean. So, all right, Lucas, you up? You ready?
It's time for... Wait a minute. What the fuck?
WTF News, folks. Go ahead, Lucas. What you got?
So from CBS News, dated April 15th of 2019.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't let you have all the fun.
That's right. That's fair.
Man sues parents for destroying his valuable porn collection.
I did see that. It's pretty. He sued and won, as a matter of fact.
Mom?
So yeah, right. Go ahead, Lucas.
40 years old, and he had been living with his parents, not the whole time, but for 10 months after a divorce.
Sure.
He moved out eventually. He went to get his stuff, but he was missing a few things. His father, in an email, said it took quite a while to destroy 12 moving boxes full of pornography and 2 boxes of sex
Wow,
toys.
my man.
2 moving boxes.
No wonder it
12
didn't
moving
work
boxes?
out.
He didn't need her. Sex toys?
The son claimed the collection was worth close to $29,000.
$21,000 collection of porn. Wow.
This shit is
I mean,
free.
as his
Trust
father,
me.
you kind of would be like, wow, he really does have a problem. Let me just help him out with this. Poor guy. Like,
He
for
doesn't
real.
get any porn back. He just gets a sheet with like a couple porn.com addresses.
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
Wait, who's paying for that?
The parents, because they destroyed his property.
That's
So
not too
yeah,
much.
so they won the guy won the case, which I think is freaking great. So please tell, what was the ruling? Like what? Because I think he had to pay back. I don't know if it was all 21,000 or something like that. But they had to pay back quite a bit of the freaking money, which is freaking hilarious. Imagine $21,000 porn. I mean, dude, it's all online at this point. He must have had
Imagine
some
One
choice.
case where like your possessions don't own you.
Well,
Yeah.
He was that was an investment for him.
Imagine you're the judge and this is on your docket. Like,
Yeah, right. I have to rule on this. Like, really?
It's kind of interesting though. It's like go intellectual property versus like physical property.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and take our second little break here. We're going to be back with Lucas's weather. We got some beef, maybe. We got some asshole, maybe. We got some suck it, maybe. Because, you know,
Beef suck it.
got a little update. Last quarter positivity. So we'll be back in a bit. Boom.
boom.
A lot of them say no, but I wasn't trying to hear that. So I pack my bags and go on a one-way ticket, no comeback. You know, I got my hands in the sky towards the ceiling. And let me tell you, yo, I swear it's such a feeling. This is me on cloud 9, and I ain't coming down, no. Check your watch, this is my time. Tick tock, here I go.
Lucas, really, bro?
What?
He's over there just brushing his beautiful,
Damn,
long,
you look like
beautiful
one of the-
mane.
What was the Hanson boys? The
Jesus.
oh my God, he's trying to
What
be
was
fucking
him?
pretty,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh my
See, you can't do
God,
that.
bro.
See, you don't understand because he's your brother.
Seth
so
Hansen,
obviously, you're not. It can't be gay.
Seth,
So,
put on the
like,
Hanson
Bro,
song.
look at this film. Look at this shit, dude.
You look like a fucking girl now, bro.
He does,
It's
bro.
his fucking transformation.
Wow.
What transformation? What
That's
is your new
so-
job, bro?
Okay, bro.
Let's see.
Wow.
God, you look like Karen.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to speak to your manager.
Oh, he does look.
Chill. You're already slim. Like, it's a wrap, kid. Like, fuck.
Menu says these are crispy fries. These are not crispy fries.
I'm sorry. I asked for a little bit of mustard. You gave me just a little bit more than that. Okay. I'm gonna need a whole sandwich.
I asked for one large fry. Now, what the fuck are all these little ones for?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Fair enough. Wonk wonk. All right. So I guess we're ready. We're ready to bring it back. I got to get out of this purple. Let me go. Let's go all natural for the end of the show.
What's your favorite Hanson song?
Why? Because you
I
can't
don't
see
have
him.
really.
Boom bop.
Yeah, it's the only one I can remember.
So, yo, just sing that song, Lucas.
You talking about his face?
His hair.
All right,
you just-
fair enough.
Let's share some music.
Or
You're-
like
you're
a
just-
skateboarder in Venice Beach from the
Yeah.
80s.
It's like, bro, I just totally caught some Mondo waves, you know? It was it's amazing.
It's too far back in my closet. I mean, yeah.
All right, Lucas, are we ready?
Research Lucas with the weather.
Damn, back to back. I like this.
What, getting you in early? Like you're supposed to.
WTF and weather.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Get you out all the, get your own little spot. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't really think about that. That's true, though. All right, so what you got, Lucas? What do we got for the weather this week?
This week, and I did talk to a friend of mine to make sure I got the translation right.
Sure. That fucking face, man. Oh, my God, dude. For those of you listening, I know we get a lot more listeners than viewers, but, man, just to see Lucas's, shaven face, any images you've seen of Lucas in the past that we've put up, in the past, from the past year, he's got facial hair. But, man.
And he has that, boy band hair, like the way you guys are with your Adidas, like that hair is nothing like what he has right now.
Damn, get your soul glow, bro. Anyway, all right, so
all I'm hearing is a bunch of haterade.
No. I have a man bun. I'm like, you and I are bros.
Really, bro?
Bros.
Wow. Nice man bun, dude. All right, Lucas, where do we have the weather this week?
This week we have Pupo, Bolivia.
Pupo? That's freaking great, man. Wait,
and I talked to my friend. Yep, and I talked to my friend Jonathan, and the Spanish translation is poop.
Pupo. Poop? Wow.
Pupo.
Can you spell it for the listeners at home, please?
P-O-O-P. O with the little accent.
Yeah, okay. Pupo. All right.
In
we like it. So the town of Poop, ladies and gentlemen, in Mexico.
Actually, Pupo Lake.
Pupo Lake? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Do we have a shit lake in the United States? There's got to be, or poop. There's got to be an American equivalent.
I think it's Canada. They have a Poo-Poo and Pee-Pee Lake.
Canada?
Okay, Poo-Poo and Pee-Pee Lake. Okay.
Canada?
Yeah, Canada.
So I guess this is just Mexico's, their introduction or their offering to the trend that probably a lot of countries have. So, all right, we'll start with Saturday.
Saturday, October 30th, high of 72, low of 40. Partly cloudy.
Wait, where's Pupo in Mexico, right? Okay.
Bolivia.
Oh, I thought you said,
Bolivia.
Okay. So Bolivia, okay. All right, because I need this. I got to, for when I guess the weather.
Are you writing notes?
No. It's all in here. It's all in the head.
Take it in. Close your eyes.
Got too much shit on my desk. I lost my Post-it notes.
Oh, yeah. You got to, All right. So you said partly cloudy, right?
Yep. Chance of precipitation at 6% with the winds coming out of the west-southwest at 13 miles per hour.
Okay. Very nice.
Sunday, right. October 31st.
My birthday. 70. What?
Yeah.
That's
sorry to interrupt, but Lucas looks like a weather intern.
Yeah, with that facial hair, he really does. Wow.
The high school student.
All right. So, 31st, my birthday. That's what's up.
Better. I'll tell you happy birthday.
There you go. Nice. For Halloween, that's great, dude. Put a Post-it note on his lip like a mustache. That's beautiful. All right. What do we got?
High of 70, low of 42. Partly cloudy again with the chance of precipitation at 21% with the winds coming out of the south at 13 miles per hour.
Okay.
Monday, November 1st. Hey, I actually got it right this time.
Nice. November, right? The switch didn't have to think about it. Look at you.
Well, it couldn't have been the 32. So,
yeah,
October 32nd.
That's right.
High of 71, low of 40. Partly cloudy again with a chance of precipitation at 18% with the winds coming out of the southwest at 11 miles per hour.
Boy, some boring weather, bro. All right. I'm going to jump in early. I'm going to just jump in early.
Definitely not shitty weather.
All right. So nice Tuesday, November 2nd, high of 71, low of 41. Chance of precipitation.
See, it's not as easy as it looks.
6. You know what? I'm gonna say it's gonna drop a little bit. I'm gonna say like 12%. With it's gonna be partly cloudy again. I'm gonna say mostly cloudy. I feel like I'm just going with mostly cloudy, with the winds coming out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour. Thank you. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. I feel like I did okay. I feel like it's,
Lucas.
All right, let's see what we got. Thank you, Lucas. Finger clap.
That's me clapping.
Finger clap. I like it. That's fine.
So you said Tuesday, November 2nd.
Yep,
Ding, ding, ding. Tuesday,
Yes.
November 2nd.
that's right. Finally.
You said high 71. Yeah,
Yep.
finally. High of 71.
Boom.
You said low of 41.
Yes, I did.
Low of 39.
Oh,
close.
still,
Plus or minus.
it's within the parameters of failure.
You said mostly cloudy.
Yes.
Shouldn't have changed it. Partly cloudy.
Partly again. I don't know. I was just like, it's too perfect every day. All right. So winds.
You said 12% chance of precipitation.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes.
17%.
All right. I'll call that a loss, even though, like, precipitation definitely varies a lot more than wind, but that's all right. All right.
And you said wind out of the south-southwest at 10 miles per hour.
Yes.
It's southwest at 12 miles per hour.
Hell yeah. Not bad. Good one for me. So, all right. Research Lucas, man. We like it.
With the weather.
From Pupo, Bolivia.
Pupo, Bolivia. That's right. All right. So I guess it's time to jump into our newer segment.
Beef suck it.
So I guess, Lucas, you said you had one of the three. Which one was it again?
Suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it. All right. Suck it.
I know it's a shocker.
Okay. Sure. He does like to suck it.
Finally got a job. Seth
Yes,
is
that's
not.
right.
Seth
He
doesn't.
did. That's true.
Oh, wow.
Nah, I'll give you that, man. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What are you doing?
Working at a eye doctor's office.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad, right? So
Is
the
that why
question
you're
is,
going with
so
the
I
male
gave him
model
some
look?
shit because I was like, dude, get yourself some nice pants. You're gonna be a salesperson, right?
Yeah. Or kind of sales, insurance, just the whole front end work.
So I told him, like, get yourself some nice slacks, go wherever, and you wear them to. He's like, no, I'm gonna get some khakis. I'm like, bro, trust me, just get some nice slacks. You're gonna be in sales. You're gonna be. He's like, no, you don't have to wear that. He's like, and I was like, bro, just. So what do you guys think? Okay, so last start with you. Khakis or nice pants?
Wait. Before I answer the question, how many eyeglasses place are in the area? Like, is that someplace everybody goes into town, or is it like?
The closest major one that I know of is like a Walmart. There might be like
slacks.
It's a small operation. The guy basically said something like khakis, but not jeans.
Okay, so
Slacks.
slacks. Okay, thank you.
Slacks.
Jackson. Slacks. Okay, Seth. Slacks. Lucas. Khakis.
I went out and got a pair of chinos.
What are chinos?
Those are khakis. Khakis
Those are
as
They're like colored.
what?
They're tanned,
Okay.
but they're not khakis
They're
specifically.
just like they're more.
They're
of a
khakis.
They're less comfortable.
They're more of a less comfortable.
No, not less comfortable. They're less business like. They're
Sure.
more like chill.
Just go
pants.
get some fucking slacks, bro. Like, get
That's
some.
what salespeople wear, like when they're not
You
working.
want to look professional. You want to get promoted. You want to be noticed by other people that might offer you a job because of how great you are. You wear fucking slacks. So we're all agreed here. All right, we can move on. So, yeah,
Well,
Lucas got a
congratulations.
job. That's freaking awesome.
Use those slacks for happy hours and stuff.
Suck it.
Research Lucas.
So, yeah.
And I was trying to save it, but Seth kind of coerced me out of it in the our private chat of I'm trying to save it for the show, but
What?
you telling me do this, do that, and I'd try to figure out a way to tell you that I got the job without telling you I got the job.
Sure. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get some pants.
Oh, once I saw your face, we
Yeah.
knew you had the job.
So it's good though. I'm happy for you. I think it's
Congratulations, man.
great. When do you start?
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow? Oh, damn. What time? Are you like 9 to 5?
9:30, then 8:30 Saturday.
Okay. And till
Close
when?
Sunday, Monday.
Don't start showing up
Like
late till at least the second
6.
week.
Yeah.
Whatever, dickhead. Get some slacks. God damn.
Jackson, when we
Especially at
started
least
together,
on
were
your
you on
first
time?
day, God Good Lord. All right. So I got some beef. And the beef is, yeah, dude. So the job I quit, the guy who's a friend of mine, the guy who, I've been working for, blocked me on all social media, like unfriended me, disconnected on LinkedIn, blah, 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 blah. And I just feel like it was just so unnecessary. So yeah, man.
What? You got beef?
I just got some beef. So unnecessary. Yes.
So when you go work for the next person you're working for, on your resume, you're gonna put that?
Oh, it's on my resume for sure.
Can we maybe contact your former employer?
No, I mean, go ahead. No,
luck.
I don't know.
Good luck.
I'm just asking.
Well, it's interesting. One of the clients that I have, reached out to me. I've been waiting. I didn't want to just like call everybody right away. And it's like I just wanted to like, and the ones that I have like really good contact with, I'm going to reach out. It's like, yeah, it was just time for me to move on. I don't talk any shit. I don't do any of that.
Yeah,
I'm just not that guy.
You don't want to be that person.
No, and I'm not. But at the end of the day, I had a client call me today and she's like, hey, we never received this. And I was like, well, I'm sorry I'm not with the company anymore. She's like, oh, I'm really disappointed to hear that. So we gave you this so you could make this. So they gave us a sample of something they wanted us to make. And so, can you get it for me? And I was like, unfortunately, like I have no contact with the company because she had called me back. She's like, hey, is there any way you can like just pick this up for me and bring it over? Like we were a client, I spent a lot of money. I was like, honestly, like I have no contact with the company. I was blocked from that's social media. Like, and that's as far as I took it. But beyond that, I don't say much of anything, but I just feel like it's just so petty.
Just take the phone calls. Yeah, I'll be right there.
Yeah. Won't pick up the phone, like none of that stuff, no man to man. Like it's just disappointing. But it is the way it is. That's pretty much it.
So I guess that's going to be a no on getting him on the show.
Definitely not going to be getting him on the show. That is for sure. So Jackson, you got nothing, right? No beef, asshole, or suck it?
He said he had all three.
No, he's good. We'll just let him fade out. At least he's not going.
I'm just saying. I already spoke a lot.
Dong, like the last time when he got super.
But that was a dong.
Yeah. Okay.
I even remember what it was. It was Mike Pence being like the master of the COVID thing.
Sure.
And he failed, and that's a fucking dong.
Okay. All right. So a really quick update. We've been talking about Shiba Inu. And I'm pretty sure last time we talked about it, we were sitting kind of pretty. I guess it would have been 2 weeks ago. So let's go back to 2 weeks ago. Let's see where it was. So this is the 27th. So we want to go back to like the 13th. So sitting about 27. And right now it's about 48. So it's almost double from where it was 2 weeks ago. I'm not saying jump in. This is not financial advice, just giving you the update. But it is one of those coins that definitely seems to be going for a little bit of a run. Lots of problems with it. If you guys want to hear more about it, we talked about everything going on with it 2 shows ago. But it's just kind of interesting how well the coin continues to do. And you can see it had been pretty stagnant. I actually drew a bull pennant here, which is generally an indication of the fact that it's going to shoot up. And sure enough, it did. I actually drew this and made little adjustments along the way, but it shot up just about where I said it was going to. And that was at 28, and it's just doing really, really well. So it's going to hit 5 soon, which I think is going to be pretty awesome. Lucas has a little bit of a position. Laz, you should just get a Webull account, put $500 in. Don't even do anything with it. Just let it sit there until something inspires you.
Let's see what happens.
Maybe inspire Seth, like I inspired him.
Webull.com. I'll send you a link. That way I'll get like a free stock worth like $5 or something like that. Actually, they were giving out $5 in SHIB for recommendations or whatever. What's that, Lucas?
Webull, as in like the bovine, not Weeball. You don't want that.
Sure.
You don't want that app.
Sure. Or like, WeSack.
I'm going to Google it first.
Love Shack.
Yeah.
Love Shack.
Love Shack.
So, all right. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I guess it's time for
Laz's Corner of Positivity.
Hello, guys.
And gals.
and gals
and ladies.
I always forget that we're speaking to an
And
audience. as well.
Laz.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's fair, I guess. Sure.
Spanx founder gives
You
employees.
okay there, Jackson? What is going on with this
It
guy?
wasn't even that serious today.
I was trying to look at him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Spanx founder. he's lying
What the
again.
hell is wrong with this guy? All right. Anyway, for those of you listening, he's not even in the frame anymore because he's leaning over to get a peep at Laz.
I'm fucking beautiful.
All right.
Yo, he's dropping some
Beautiful.
positivity. I
Beautiful,
want it.
damn it. All right. Watch the positivity. Okay. Go for
Slip
it.
him a nipple.
Oh, there you go. Don't do
No
that.
more jokes. Spanx founder gives employees.
No more jokes. Spanx. Okay. Sorry.
Spanks you.
Laz's corner.
I knew it was gonna-
Positivity.
Fuck, come on, man.
Spanx founder gives employees 2 first-class plane tickets and $10,000 each to celebrate $1.2 billion deal.
Like which employees?
All of
All
them.
of them.
Like every single one?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was only 2, but it's all of them.
That's amazing.
The chief executive and founder. Oh, sorry, this is from CNN. The chief executive and founder of shapewear company Spanx has surprised employees with 2 first-class plane tickets and $10,000 each to celebrate the company's $1.2 billion deal with Blackstone. Spanx founder
Wow.
Sarah Blakely surprised employees with the news she revealed in her post on her verified Instagram post on Friday. In the video, Blakely spun a globe before revealing that she has bought each of her employees 2 first-class plane tickets to anywhere in the world. She added, if you go on the trip, you might want to go out to a really nice dinner. You might want to go out to a really nice hotel. And so everybody's 2 first-class tickets comes with $10,000. which
Wow. That's amazing.
Some of the employees were jubilant and shocked by the reactions. She just wants everybody to celebrate and create a memory because it will last them a lifetime, because it's 21 years that she's doing it. And she only started with like $5,000 in savings. When she
Yeah.
started
She's been
Spanx.
on Shark Tank, dude. She's a badass.
So Blackstone
she's
Blackstone said it would take a majority stake in the brand. Financial terms were not disclosed, but the firms note the 8-figure valuation in the news release. So that's fire.
That is pretty fire. That is pretty fire. Wow, dude. Imagine.
Yeah.
Man, especially like the lower level employees or whatever, dude.
Huge.
There's a lot. We talked about it not that long ago. We talked about the CEO that gave everyone like minimum 70,000. People that were making less, and revenue tripled, and people paid off their houses. And when COVID hit, they all took lesser money, just so nobody would get laid off, dude. It's just it's just nice to see
It
companies.
pays to be a fucking good boss.
It does, man.
sometimes.
No
Listen,
doubt. People don't leave
Could you
bad
imagine-
companies; they leave bad managers and bad owners.
Could you imagine starting
hint.
at Spanx like a week before all this
Yes.
happened?
Yeah, I hear you. No doubt. I'm sure. I wonder. Actually,
They said it's
are
going
they
to go
on
to
the-
$7 billion by
Are they public?
2030.
Lucas, can you look up if they're
Research
public?
Lucas.
Is
wonder if they
Spanx public?
Yeah, I'm sure they are. What was that, Laz?
They're going to grow to $7 billion by 2030.
7 billion. Wow, that's how much Apple pays in tax. Actually, not even. They don't
But
pay
she's-
anything.
But she started with like 5,000.
I know. It's pretty amazing.
20 years.
From Wikipedia, Spanx is a private company and
Okay.
has not released financial
I was just wondering if their
information.
stock went up, as an end result. All right, well, that's pretty damn positive, I got to say. So, all right, any last minute thoughts, anyone?
Nada.
No? Nothing? No, here, Jackson, no? Okay.
Oh, happy birthday, Seth. We ain't
Oh,
gonna see
all
you
right,
until
thanks.
next week.
That's right. We were gonna not record for my birthday, just because whenever any of us have a birthday, or we just like to take
Thanks.
it's a lot of
Take
work for
random
us.
breaks,
Lucas.
How many years, Papa?
No, I mean, but we were gonna take off for my birthday, but
He usually looks younger, but
46.
he looks a little older now. Your beard's getting a little gray.
Yeah, just
It is.
shave
Well, that's
your
because I
beard.
need to
Shave-
trim it. I haven't shaved or trimmed in like a couple weeks.
Just shave it. You're gonna shave 20 years off your face.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I could
That's
have
true.
sworn you were 18 years
So
old.
how old are you
when I
now,
met man.
Lucas?
Yeah, right. He's
12?
like 17. He just discovered this. He just had his first wet dream.
My balls just
That
dropped.
doesn't work when you get to a certain age.
Lucas,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
All right. Well, listen, we'll see you guys next week. This is Seth and Mike 1. This is Laz and Mike 2.
Yo.
This is Lucas in Mike 3.
Hey.
And this is Jackson So where can we, if we want to get some flowers, we want to see what's up, where are we going?
Yeah. Well, first thing is check us out on Instagram at flow, FLOR.mosura.com.
Sure.
I fucked that up. Anyway, check us out on the Instagram. The reason is because our
Instagram has .coms now.
Yeah, no, thanks. Man. You got that editing power.
Sometimes people get lit, and that's okay.
It's fine.
Well, the thing is because our website is under construction. We've got some really great work opportunities recently, so we're changing our website more to a gallery than a shop.
Sure.
So we still will have a shop as a page on our website, but it's under construction. So
I gotcha.
The best thing to do is just email me directly, and you can get that information on Instagram. So
and Instagram, flow.mozota.com, or I mean at Instagram. But how many likes or followers do you have now? It was like 5,000 last time you were here, I think.
Yeah, man, we hit 7. We're at like 7,100 right now.
That's awesome. Good for you, man.
And no bots. That's the thing.
It's freaking amazing. I've watched it grow. Like, obviously, I follow it. And I got to give your wife credit in one thing. She's really good at creating a certain tone structure that every time you see one of those images, it's your guys' image because of the colors and the tones that she uses visually, as well as how they're set up. And I think that's what has led to a lot of your success, because they're very recognizable from a stylistic standpoint.
I appreciate you noticing. It's pretty impressive. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Notice me, senpai.
What's that?
Notice me, senpai.
Whatever, bitch. All I can notice is that fucking chin of yours. So, all right. Well, I guess that's it. We'll see you guys. Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Boom.